ever since doing the response to Dustin Eden's Metacritic video, I've been wanting to do this because A, it's 2019 again, tier lists are popular again, and B, I'm desperate for views. So here we are. Here we are in the NASCAR 1984 to 2021 games tier list maker. This has a fair amount of games, and I'm picking this one specifically because I know the majority of the games on this list. So, this is boring. Let's make this more interesting. Yeah, less, yeah, B for second place. The mid games, the bad ones, brilliant. And I will keep having played because there are some games on this list that I haven't played. So, the first one on the list is iRacing, which is not really a NASCAR game. Yeah, iRacing, the simulator that ended all simulators, the ultimate racing game, the one that everyone knows, the one that the Logitech G27 was built to use. But the problem with this is that some builds are really good, and then a new build will come out and it will regress the game. You know what? Sometimes iRacing is less yeah. Sometimes it's not the best sim racer out there. So I guess we can't put it at the top. We can't put it in the top. Okay, the next game is, what's this? Richard Petty's Talladega for the Commodore 64. Oh yeah, dude. This is like the lower levels of the NASCAR game's iceberg. That's where we're at this point. Fantastic. Can't lie. Haven't played, if you can believe that. I'm sure it was great for its time. I'm sure it was it's a legendary game, and all of the Omega fans of Richard Petty's Talladega are going to be very triggered by the fact that I haven't played it, but you know, to be fair. Oh, Dirt to Daytona. This is going to be controversial. I don't really like Dirt to Daytona. For the fact that it came out before NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup and had the progression system is very impressive, okay? I will admit as much. But the physics engine is just pure agony. The AI are terrible, and the physics engine does not complement the fact that the AI are complete morons. The dirt racing is not even that good. You can play those sprint racing games that came out around the same time and have a much better dirt racing experience. The modifieds are honestly the cars that drive the best in this game. And then in the Trucks and Cup series, like I said, the AI is a joke and the physics engine does not complement that. Test Drive Eva Destruction, which came out after this, is a 10 out of 10 game. However, Dirt to Daytona is not my cup of tea. Oh boy, it's EA NASCAR Revolution. Nope. Nope, I'm not even gonna evaluate further. NASCAR 2000. This is a game that I played not when it came out, but afterwards. It's such a good game. It is unironically so much fun. It is the peak of NASCAR on PS1. Every Thunder game that came out on PS1 is inferior to NASCAR 2000. NASCAR 2000 is great. It doesn't really have a career mode, devastatingly. It is so good. NASCAR the Game 2013. Oh no, the first NASCAR game that I played for the channel. It's fine, I guess. I wouldn't put it below Dirt to Daytona, but I also wouldn't put it above Dirt to Daytona. It's a PC version of NASCAR the Game Inside Line. Does it really expand upon it? No. No, it doesn't. NASCAR Racing. Now, the only experience that I have with NASCAR Racing is NASCAR Racing Season 96 for PS2, for PS1. It's fine. It's fine. It's not that good, is it? Man, it's mid. It's even more mid than the other ones, man. It's not. It's bare bones. It's Papyrus's basically first attempt at the series. You know, it's fine. It's fine. It's a good starting point. Now, I haven't played any of these. I haven't played any of those. Yeah, no. I cannot tell you that any of these games are better than the previous ones. I feel like they are just like, you start with NASCAR Racing, and it's just their first attempt, and as it goes along through these iterations of the original Papyrus's games, it does evolve, but the problem is that these ones do not have the mod capabilities of fresher Papyrus entries. So even if I had played these, they'd probably end up in the even more mid-section, unfortunately. NASCAR 98, EA's first ever foray into the world of NASCAR racing. It's pretty mid. You know, it's you know, just the same thing as NASCAR racing. It's their first foray. They tried, damn it, they tried, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. They'll figure it out eventually. Don't you worry about that. They will figure it out eventually. NASCAR Racing 2002. Now, I will admit that I have not personally played this, but I've seen enough to put it in B for second place. See, this game has a better physics engine than NASCAR Racing 2003. NR 2003 was kind of rushed, if you actually think about it. When it comes down to it, the game was kind of rushed. NR 2002 is probably the better overall game, but when it comes to legacy and mod capability, NR 2003 is obviously above it. But if you want the true definitive, I think, if you want the definitive Papyrus NASCAR game experience, you should check out NR 2002. It's, you know, a more polished game than 2003. But it does not have the long-standing legacy that 2003 has. Now this Days of Thunder? I have never played the Days of Thunder game, but baby, let me tell you, I need to. NASCAR Unleashed. Oh, this is gonna be controversial. I'm gonna put this in the midsection. I'm gonna put this in the midsection, and let me tell you why. I played this game twice, and I never even finished the game. It didn't hold my interest. NASCAR Rumble, as an alternative, more arcadey NASCAR title, holds my attention way longer than this one. I don't really get the appeal of this one. Everyone says this game is like super awesome, but I think that's because this game came out after NASCAR 09 and NASCAR 2011, and people were just desperate for something that didn't suck. So, I'm gonna put it in mid. It's never held my interest. I'm sorry. NASCAR Legends. I haven't played this, but JC has. I'm gonna put it in even more mid, because, wow, watching JC's playthrough, it hurt. It hurt on a certain level. It's a Papyrus game, on the CR engine and whatever. Didn't it come out right around the same time as NASCAR Racing anyway? Like, this is just basically like a throwback edition of NASCAR Racing, so I think even more mid is a perfect placement. NASCAR 99, have not played. I don't even think I own it. Oh no, it's NASCAR 08. Now, it says on here PlayStation 2, which leads me to believe that I should rank this as if it's the PS2 game. If it's the PS2 game, it's B for second place. I've said this multiple times, NASCAR 08 is my comfort game. It's got a lot of mechanics that do not mesh well with the other EA NASCAR games, and the career mode is way worse than the games that came before it, especially. But if we were to rank this based off the PS3 version, it's going straight to the bottom. Offensive. I'm gonna rank this as if it's the PS2 version, and we're gonna put it in B for second place. That's what we're gonna do. NASCAR Sim Racing. I have never played this, but it's going into oh god, what have you done? It's bad. It's a bad game. For a game called NASCAR Sim Racing, if you're going into this expecting something out of the Papyrus League, nope, not the case. Absolutely not the case. So yeah, just for, you know, false advertising purposes alone, this one's going in the bottom of the bottom. NASCAR 15, now this one's interesting. NASCAR 15 actually has a lot of mechanics that make it probably the best of the Eutechnyx games. The problem is, it's not a Eutechnyx game. This is DMR's first official title, and they just took the Eutechnics code and just basically improved upon it and made it a more solid game. Like there's clean air is a thing in this game. Like this is actually like the best NASCAR game for the year 2015. It's actually perfect for when this game came out. I'm gonna put this in B for second place, even though I've never played it, but I know that it's probably the best Eutechnics game. What you gonna do? NASCAR 14, it's going in the bad ones. The reason for this is because it came out after NASCAR 2013. Wow, can you believe that years work like that, that it would come out after 2013? Insane. It came out after that game. But it's basically the NASCAR Heat 5 of the Eutechnics era. It's completely broken. They never bothered to finish the game. If anything, DMR decided to finish NASCAR 14 with NASCAR 15, which is why 15 is ranked so much higher. When we get to the other Eutechnics games, you're going to see my opinion in a little bit more depth. Now, NASCAR kart racing, I've never played. This is the official final entry of the EA. EA has not touched NASCAR since this game. I really do want to play this, but unfortunately, I hate Nintendo consoles, so I've never owned this game. I've never owned a Wii, so... Is there a Wii emulator? Leave in the comment section if there's a good Wii emulator that we can maybe take a look at this game someday. Now, NASCAR 06, this is going to be controversial, but I'm going to put it in mid. And the reason for that is because the physics engine isn't that good. The way the cars drive, it's so awkward in comparison. Like, even NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup, which I don't like as much anymore, when I first played 06, I was like, okay, this is not okay. Even as a child, I was like, wait a minute, what are these cars doing? The cars in this game, just, they don't drive, it doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel natural driving these cars. Now, NASCAR 08 is a joke of a physics engine. It's not a good physics engine, but at least I feel like I'm in control of the cars. You know, for a game with a tagline, Total Team Control, there sure is a lack of control. The car kind of feels like it does whatever it feels like doing. It feels like it's on a rail, and there's really nothing that you can do to change that. Now, as far as the team commands function, I love swapping cars. I feel like that adds another layer of replayability, which is exactly why I'm going to be putting NASCAR 07 in the upper tier. Immediately, I'm going to put NASCAR 07 in the upper tier. It takes NASCAR 06, fleshes it out, improves the physics engine just a little bit. Now, the problem with NASCAR 07, like we saw in the stream that I just did, the controls are fucking delayed, which, how do you even manage to do that? The controls are delayed, at least on PS2, maybe it's different on Xbox. Even though I hate it, you've got the all-state qualifiers. You know, it's a nice thing to have if you don't want to drive all the way through the ranks every single time. Even though I hate it. I have no idea what that is. NASCAR Thunder 2003. This is going to be controversial. I don't really like it. If you've played Thunder 04 your entire life and you go to Thunder 2003, you're in for a shock. I think the career mode is too complicated, just like... You know, it's the same career mode as Thunder 04, but Thunder 04 streamlines it. Like, you have to, like, put things together. Like, you actually have to build the car in the race shop, and if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to repair the wrong thing, and you're going to run out of money, and also the game's really hard. It's such a difficult game on PS2. Like, this is the PS2 cover. I know the Xbox version or the GameCube version, whichever one, I don't know. I don't own neither of those consoles, so I don't know which one's better. But I know one of the other versions of this game is way easier and a lot more accessible. But if you're, you know, if you're someone like me, who's never played this game on any difficulty other than Rookie, and you try and jump in with only NASCAR Thunder experience, you're going to be in for a bad time. But as far as, you know, it's basically the same game as Thunder 04 with a less polished physics engine. But at the same time, I would still put Thunder 04 above it. That's just me, though. Whine at me in the comment section if you dare. Now, NASCAR 2003, I'm sorry, we've got to put it at the top. I mean, it's iconic, dude. 20 years later, there is still content being made for this. How can you not put this at the top? The legacy of this game, it's bigger than NASCAR. There's so many other mods. There's Trans Am mods, there's F1 mods, there's IndyCar mods, there's fucking Hornets, dude. There's content for everyone for NASCAR Racing 2003 season. The scope of this game is even bigger than iRacing, dude. There are mods that, you know, affect the physics engine, and there's been, like, legal cases involved with this game. There's so much, like, the iceberg for NASCAR games is pretty deep. But the iceberg for NR 2003 dwarfs it. There should be a NASCAR Racing 2003 iceberg, just of this game by itself. I just noticed this. There's more shit emojis than happy emojis on this specific tier list maker. I don't know what that's all about, but we're just gonna move on. Oh, NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005. The first ever game for PS2 when I fucking got my PS2 on Christmas of 2004. Oh my god, that was almost 19 years ago. The very first thing that I did when I opened that fucking thing up, I plopped this fucking game into it. It's mid. It's fucking mid. They just ruined, they ruined the game, dude. They forgot to give AI tire wear, so the only way that you can experience this game is by turning off unlimited fuel and tires, which completely takes out pit stops. You don't have to do pit stops anymore. There's an entire section of the game, and I do enjoy the progression of career mode, but I kinda hate how once you purchase a team, you can't sell the team and go back to being a contract driver. And once again, when we come to contracts, there's a limited number of contracts available. In NASCAR 2004, if someone retires, there's a chance you can get their car as a package sponsor. But in NASCAR 2005, the contracts are predetermined. Every single time you play through the game, you're gonna get the same contract. Every single time you're gonna get the same contract. It's frustrating. I'm gonna need to do a full-fledged video on why NASCAR 2005, despite an addition of 3 entire series, 300% more content versus the previous game. And it's actually worse. I mean, okay, NASCAR 09. We're gonna pretend it's the PS3 version, and we're gonna put it at the bottom. You know what? Not even the bottom. You know what? I have never played NASCAR 09 for PS3, but I know that there is a segment of the population that has a lot of fond memory for online racing in this game specifically. So I'm not gonna put it at the bottom of the bottom, but it's still a bad game. It's still a PS3 EA NASCAR game. It's still a pile of shit. Oh, NASCAR 2011, the game. The first PS3 NASCAR game that I ever played. Boy, does it suck. Online, when you play this game online, it's a good time. But the AI is mid. It's a stripped down game, especially when you consider what EA had before it. There's that one part of my review where after a caution, suddenly I have a blown tire despite not having a blown tire before the caution. I mean, it's completely broken. It's like NASCAR 14. I would put NASCAR 2011 and NASCAR 14 at the same level of quality, but I'm gonna put NASCAR 14 lower because it came out 3 years after 2011, and it was worse than 2011. I mean, it's the same as 2011. Now, NASCAR the Game Inside Line, the best Technics NASCAR game. Alright, we're gonna put it in the B tier. It's fine. It's 100% fine. I never go back to this game. I went back to NASCAR 07 before I went back to NASCAR Inside Line. I really don't have a strong opinion about this game. Like, I will acknowledge that it's the best Technics game, but I really have no strong opinions about it. If someone came up to me and told me that it's actually the worst game ever, I'd be like, whatever, I don't care, not my fucking battle. Oh no! NASCAR 21 Ignition! Uh-oh! I have still never played this game. And with luck, I never will. Oh my god, what a fucking joke of a game this is. I cannot... This deserves its own video. I mean, everyone else has talked about this game at length. Every other NASCAR YouTuber has talked about this game at length. And I will let you watch their videos instead, because A, I've never played this game, and B, I never want to play this game. If this game were to be, if I were fucking Thanos and I got all the Infinity Stones, and I had the Power Glove, and I was ready to snap my fingers, I would just erase this game from existence, and all the memory of it. I don't want, no, I'm not gonna talk about this game. NASCAR Heat. The original NASCAR Heat. I've never played it, but I'm sure it's a good game. NASCAR Heat 4. Now, as far as the Heat series is concerned, this is how my rankings are going to be going. See, we've got NASCAR Heat 5 all the way at the bottom. It's going into the midsection. NASCAR Heat 4 goes in the less yeah. If I had to put any 704 games Heat game into the upper tier, it would be Heat 4. And then Heat 2 is pretty mid. And then there's NASCAR Heat Evolution. I defended this game. That was a mistake. Now, Heat 2002. I bought this game like 2 years ago. I still haven't played it. I'm sure it's good. Oh, Thunder 2004. Going up at the top. Oh, I hate myself. NASCAR Thunder 2004, from the Tony Raines series alone, is probably the game that I've played the most of. Even more than all the other EA NASCAR games. Even though the first time I ever played NASCAR Thunder 2004 for PS2 was 2013. I just spit everywhere. I had played NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup ever since Christmas of 2004. 10 extra years. And I've probably played Thunder 2004 more just because of all the 100% races that I've had to do. And the AI sucks in NASCAR Thunder 2004. I hate the AI in this game. But as far as just an overall package, the sum of its parts, NASCAR Thunder 2004 is peak EA. NASCAR Thunder 2002. Playing this game for the channel recently, I actually really like this game. It's going in mid. I actually really like this game. It's fun. It's a fun time, actually, come to think of it. I really enjoy Thunder 2002. I mean, the AI, once again, is a joke. The physics engine sucks. But, like, it's actually in the same category of, like, NASCAR 08 as a comfort game. Not really so much a comfort game, but, like, it's kind of in the same vein. It's definitely not my comfort game. But, like, I can see why people would go back to this game over other fucking NASCAR titles. Kyle Petty's... What? No Fear Racing for Super Nintendo. Why did Kyle Petty get his own game? You know, Kyle Petty has his own song by Soundgarden. Which is awesome, by the way. I mean, I wish I had a song by fucking Soundgarden. NASCAR 2001. I've never played it, but it looks pretty mid. It's a PS2 game. It's the only NASCAR PS2 game that doesn't have a full field. It has a maximum of, I think, 18 cars per race. And that alone is pretty shitty. It doesn't have a career mode. It's just... It's worse than the PS1 games. It has less content than NASCAR 2000, I'm pretty sure. Which is sad. NASCAR Rumble to the top, baby. This game is awesome. I remember the first time that I played this game, I was like, oh my god, dude. As far as kart racers go, it's fucking awesome. I would play this every day of the week before fucking Mario Kart. This is the best fucking kart racing game ever made. I'm not even kidding. It's fun. It's ridiculous. It's EA's first ever title with multiple series, which is awesome. It's just ridiculous. It's so much fun, dude. I love this game. I could play this any day of the week. It's so good. What a wonderful game. I can't believe it's a standalone thing. They needed to make a sequel with more content. NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Racing. This is just the PWF CTS mod, I'm pretty sure. NASCAR Heat Mobile. Okay, everything else is just shit I've never played. So, I guess this is the definitive rankings. I guess this right here is the definitive rankings of games that I've actually played. So, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with these rankings. I really wouldn't adjust any of these, personally. This, I'm pretty sure, is a pretty good ranking of everything that I would do. Actually, you know what? Let's put inside line in the list. Yeah, that'll be the definitive, you know, best of the rest. You know, we've got the best Heat 704 game, we've got the best Technics game, we've got the best non-NASCAR Thunder 2004 EA game, and of course iRacing. You know, I'm happy with this ranking. This is the definitive rankings for me. How wrong am I? Please let me know in the comment section or with a response video. I promise I will not be a douche to you, but actually I can't promise that. I am Kamikaze Games after all. I cannot promise that I will not be a douchebag. That's kind of my thing. In any case, this has been my video. Hope you enjoyed. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to make this one of these yourself, that's always an option. Tier lists have been around for ages. I don't need to explain this shit. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Bye, I guess. Good video. This was a great video.
Getting pissed, getting sick. Oh my goodness, great balls of fuck.
So we're gonna go in here.